Hey, are you struggling to understand all the different types of digital property you can own? Have you ever wondered why some businesses have a website, landing pages, social media pages, and even smaller websites related to their company while you're stuck with a single web page? Are you confused about the type of digital real estate that will give you the best return on your investment? Don't feel bad, you're not alone. I'm your host, Joe Sales Jr., lead generation strategist. Welcome to Flip Your Marketing Flops. Welcome to the Flip Your Marketing Flops podcast, providing weekly episodes of presentations, interviews, and conversations with marketing professionals and industry experts discussing common marketing mistakes and how to avoid them. My purpose here is to help entrepreneurs like local business owners, small business marketers, coaches, authors, speakers, and new digital marketing professionals who don't have all of the insider marketing knowledge, hacks, tips, and secrets that would prevent those common mistakes, saving entrepreneurs both time and money. Hey there, marketing flippers. I'm Joe Sales Jr., lead generation strategist, and you're listening to Flip Your Marketing Flops, where we turn your marketing mishaps into marketing wins. Today's topic is Mastering Digital Real Estate, a complete guide for online success. Now let me paint a picture for you. More than once, I've worked with a client who had invested thousands in their beautiful website for them to continue struggling to generate leads. In these situations, they always came to me and asked the question, why? I built a fabulous new website, so why aren't I generating more leads? My response to this situation is derived from a famous line in the 1989 movie classic Field of Dreams. The line in the movie was, "If you build it, they will come." Only my response is just a little different. I say, just because you built it doesn't mean they will come. You need to give them reasons to come. And what I mean by this is, you need to constantly provide information that your target audience is looking to consume in order for them to come to your website regularly. The reality is, their fabulous new website is like building a mansion when what they really needed was a mixed-use property. And what I mean by this is they have tied up all their financial resources and efforts into one digital property type instead of building a diverse digital real estate portfolio. Today I'm going to make sure you don't make the same mistake. I'm going to discuss several different types of digital properties this month so you can better understand what will best fit your digital marketing strategies. Think of me as your digital property agent. I'm going to walk you through every type of online property you can own and show you exactly how to use each one. Let's start with your digital headquarters. When I first got online, I knew I needed a website. This was going to be the hub of my online business. However, as I began training in digital marketing, I also confirmed that this was the best way to have a digital headquarters. You see, this was because I learned in my training that it was possible to conduct business online without a website. In fact, some people conduct online business from social media accounts and landing pages linked to those accounts without having a website. So in this episode, we're going to discuss these types of properties and why having a website as your business hub is so important. Let's continue with these digital property comparisons to real estate. Just like a premium office building in a prime location, your website is often the first impression potential clients have of your business. But here's where the first big mistake usually happens. Many businesses treat their website like a single-family home, when it should be more like a multi-purpose commercial building. And here's what I mean. Let me break it down. Your homepage is like your lobby, and since we all know first impressions matter, it needs to be welcoming, professional, and clearly direct visitors to where they need to go. When you can do this, and the visitor goes to another page of the website where you have guided them to be closer to the answer they are seeking, this is usually a very positive thing. If a visitor lands on your webpage and quickly leaves, This is a bad thing for how search engines view your website. Leaving a page quickly and bouncing off gives the impression that your site doesn't offer value to the visitor. You want your homepage to function like a lobby and help the visitor to go to the office or section of the site they are looking for. Having a website with a low bounce rate is a great thing for SEO. In my past, I've been able to record a sustained bounce rate of 1.07%. That's right, I had a bounce rate of 1%. And this means that 99% of the visitors took the desired action and visited another page of my site. I still have screen prints taken of this result in a case study for my first website from back in 2012. Moving on, let's look at static web pages. Static web pages are like your permanent offices. These are the pages where the information on the page doesn't change often once it has been written on the page. Static pages usually include your About page, services, policies, and contact pages. These pages are stable and reliable and should be professionally maintained. Think of them as your long-term lease spaces. They need to be designed for the long haul. Now, let's discuss your most active pages. These typically include your blog, news section, event pages, and even your home page. These pages are like real estate event space or a conference room. They need regular updates, fresh content, and are likely to receive a constant stream of visitors. Now let's look at conversion pages. Let's dive into something that confuses a lot of business owners: the differences between landing pages, opt-in pages, and squeeze pages. Usually, we refer to pages designed for conversions as landing pages or landers. But these are all page names for pages that convert visitors. They all can serve a very similar purpose, but there are differences between them. Think of these as specialized sales offices. Each is a slightly different type of property within the digital real estate portfolio, each designed for a specific purpose. Now let's look at landing pages, your full-service sales office. Let's quickly talk about the most generic reference to these pages, landing pages. The reason these are called landing pages is because these are often the pages where you send ad visitors to convert into leads. In other words, this is where they land after clicking on your ad. Landing pages act as a full-service sales office. These are like those impressive real estate offices where serious buyers go to learn everything about a property and then make their purchase. They are comprehensive, detailed, and designed to walk someone through the entire sales process. Well, landing pages typically include everything a potential buyer needs to make a decision. Detailed information about your product or service, pricing details, plenty of social proof like testimonials and case studies, and of course, clear purchase options. But as you'll see, not all landing pages are designed to receive traffic and paid ads or social media marketing. Some landing pages serve other purposes, as their names convey. Here's a look at a brief list of landing page types: opt-in pages, squeeze pages, paid advertising pages, sales pages, video pages, event pages, product pages, thank you pages, coming soon pages, unsubscribe pages, and 404 landing pages. The key elements of a high-converting landing page are a clear value proposition, your property's curb appeal, compelling benefits, your property features, social proof, it's like your property's reputation, and strong call to action, your closing contract. The other thing is they have no escape routes or no navigation menus. Now let's move on to opt-in pages. Think of these like the model home registration desk. You know those desks where visitors sign up for property updates or viewing appointments? That's exactly what an opt-in page does in your digital real estate portfolio. Their sole purpose is to collect contact information from potential clients. The key difference here is that opt-in pages aren't trying to make an immediate sale. Instead, they're offering something valuable in exchange for contact information, like a free report, or a webinar, or a checklist, or something like that. Opt-in pages are for growing your list. It's like offering a virtual tour of your property in exchange for their name and email. A distinguishing feature of opt-in pages is that they don't have navigation menus and extra links. They do not have anything to distract the visitor's attention away from the main purpose of the page. Another distinguishing feature is that opt-in pages also typically use page forms to collect the visitor's personal information. You know these forms. These forms generally contain 2 or more fields, allowing the form to capture like your first name and your email, as an example. Longer opt-in forms might ask for your last name and your phone number. But we're all aware of these kinds of forms. A common marketing flop or mistake I see is businesses treating opt-in pages like they're full sales pages. That's like trying to sell someone a house when they just wanted to take a tour. Instead of trying to sell your service right away, you need to build trust and confidence in the visitor. Offering a valuable free industry report does just that. I've seen sign-up rates triple by properly using an opt-in page. Now, the anatomy of a successful opt-in page includes a compelling lead magnet. It's like showing your home. Clear benefits. It's like your property's highlights. A simple opt-in form. That's like your guest registers where they put their name and email. Trust indicators, like your property's credentials. Finally, let's talk about squeeze pages. This is another more specialized type of opt-in page. These are the most focused of all the digital properties. Imagine sending out an exclusive invitation where the only option is to register for the preview event or pass on the opportunity. The digital property that does just that is a squeeze page. Squeeze pages are used by marketers to quickly collect a visitor or a lead's contact information. But they are not focused on capturing all of the lead's information, just one simple field, typically an email address. This is sort of used like taking a tally to see who wants to come in to view a property. Squeeze pages are intentionally minimal. They usually have a compelling headline, a few key benefits, and a sign-up form. Like the basic opt-in page, squeeze pages are also void of navigation menus and links. The main difference between a basic opt-in page and a squeeze page is that the squeeze page captures just one field and only focuses on capturing email addresses. On the other hand, a basic opt-in page that is a lead capture focus page will usually include at least 2 or more form fields so that future communications can be personalized for the lead. Now for a final word on conversion page types. Here's where many businesses get these terms wrong. They mix up the digital property types. You could say that it's like trying to run a sales office from a preview event registration desk. It just doesn't work. In reality, it is usually not that significant. Although it's not necessary to always be super specific about the types of landing pages you're discussing when working in lead generation, it is still a good idea to understand these terms. As I stated earlier, in advertise where an ad is directed is often called a landing page or lander. But to be more specific, you would want to use the correct term, opt-in page. If you're running an ad for a webinar event, the purpose of your opt-in page is to get as many viewers as possible to the page quickly, because you'll be collecting more information from the lead during the sales process at the end of the presentation. When this is the case, you might be inclined to be more specific and use the term squeeze page to refer to this opt-in format. There are many times when clients wonder why their landing page isn't converting well. When I audit these pages, I see things like the client's page is designed to make a sale from their page before warming a client up by offering a free piece of educational content in exchange for the visitor's information. Another marketing flop I see is the page doesn't ask for enough information because they had actually built a squeeze page. The problem here is that this can sometimes generate poor lead quality because the lead doesn't spend much time making the decision about whether or not to provide their personal information when it just requires an email address. When this happens, it's like trying to sell a luxury home from a registration desk. In other words, it's the wrong digital property type for the objective. Best practices suggest that most small to medium businesses and local service businesses simply need to collect enough information to make a meaningful, personalized connection with their new lead. Therefore, these marketers need to test their pages and align their purpose and need to decide how many form fields are necessary to provide the right amount of info and produce the highest quality of lead. In general, the more form fields completed, the higher the quality of lead. Why? Because you'll collect fewer leads because interested people at a higher, less involved part of the demand generation process in the funnel just want to quickly get to the next step. When they feel like it is taking too long to complete the form, they drop out of it. This actually improves quality because the serious ones are more likely to complete all of the fields. Here's how to know which type of page you need. Use a landing page when you're ready to make the sale, when you need to provide complete information and close the deal. Choose an opt-in page when your objective is lead capture, when you're building your email list and offering valuable content to nurture potential clients. Go with a squeeze page when you have a time-sensitive offer or you want to focus on pure lead capture with minimal distractions. Let's talk about microsites and other satellite properties. These are like your satellite offices or specialized showrooms in real-world properties. They're smaller than the main website, but serve specific purposes or target audience segments. A microsite might focus on a specific product line, a special event or launch, a particular audience segment, or a unique campaign. An example of this might be an annual industry conference. An organization with a lot of events and activities might create a microsite for their annual industry conference instead of burying the conference information on their main website with all the other activities. So they would build a dedicated property, a microsite, that with proper search engine optimization can really drive higher registration rates than when the conference info is on their regular website. The key is understanding when to build a microsite versus when to add on to your main website. Some good questions to ask yourself are, does this content have a different target audience? Does it need a unique design or functionality? Will it benefit from its own focus analytics? Does it have a specific time frame or purpose? If the answer is yes to any of these questions, then you might consider a microsite or satellite site. Now, we couldn't get away without talking about social media sites, so let's talk about social media properties. These are your personal community centers and networking spaces. Each platform surfaces different types of social engagement and is like a different type of venue. LinkedIn is your business networking center. Instagram and TikTok are your visual showrooms. Twitter is your news hub and engagement hub. Facebook is your community center, and YouTube is your broadcasting studio. There are two big mistakes I often see in social media. The first is businesses who don't understand the differences between these platforms and the platform users' reasons for being on these platforms. The mistake marketers make is in treating all of these platforms in the same way. In other words, they don't understand the targeted audience of the platform. This causes mistakes equivalent to hosting a black tie gala in a casual coffee shop. The environment just doesn't match the message. It doesn't work. The second biggest mistake I see in social media is that those posting social content don't always realize that they don't own the social property like they own a website. This means that the property can change the rules like Facebook and TikTok have done in recent times. You can lose all of your followers, or another platform grows big and takes the place of one of these platforms that you use. Think like Snapchat versus Instagram, MySpace and Facebook, TikTok and YouTube Shorts. The problem here is that you don't own your followers when they're on social platforms. The social platform owns your followers. If you don't convert these followers to leads on your own digital properties, you can lose all of your hard-earned followers because of the changes to the platform. Let me share a positive marketing flip. A client I had was posting the same content across several different platforms, wondering why their engagement was low. I looked at how they had been doing things, and I restructured their marketing strategy to match these platforms' audiences, making sure that they understood that each platform had a different type of audience. They understood that LinkedIn was for industry insights and professional development. They understood now that Instagram was for behind the scenes and visual storytelling. Twitter was about quick tips and industry news. And Facebook was about building community engagement and customer stories. They got a better understanding that YouTube was for in-depth tutorials and brand stories. This client experienced their highest engagement rates ever across all the platforms they chose to use because they were finally using each platform as it was designed to be used. Let's begin by thinking about how you would use this information and put it all together. Create your digital real estate development plan by doing the following. Audit your current properties. What types of digital real estate do you own? How is each property performing? Where are the gaps in your portfolio? 2. Align properties with goals. Your main website for brand presence and information. Landing pages for specific conversions. Opt-in pages for lead generation, and squeeze pages for time-sensitive offers or minimally distractive lead capture. Microsites for specialized campaigns, and social properties for community building. 3. Measure and optimize. Track performance metrics for each property. Test different layouts and content. Continuously improve based on the data. Remember, marketing flippers, success in digital real estate isn't just about having properties. It's about having the right type of property for each goal. Just like you wouldn't sell luxury condos from a street corner kiosk, you need to match your digital property type to your business objective. As we wrap up this episode, here's your homework for this week. Map out your current digital real estate portfolio. Identify at least one property that needs flipping to be more successful in your portfolio. And 3, plan your next digital property development based on your business goals. Next week, we'll also talk about platforms that help you to create all sorts of different digital real estate that we have discussed in this episode, with the exception of social media. Thank you for listening to this discussion about digital real estate properties. I'm Joe Sales Jr., the head marketing flipper, reminding you that every marketing flop is just a flip waiting to happen. See you next time. You can get involved with the show. There are many ways to do so. You can email me here at the show. Just use joe@flipyourmarketingflops.com. If you enjoy the content on this channel, let me know. If you have a digital marketing topic you'd like to know more about, tell me about it. And if there is someone you think I should have on the show, give me their name. You are crucial to the success of this show, just as I want to be useful in the success of your business, and I want to give you information you want to know. So be sure to subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, and comment below. I'm your host, Joe Sales Jr., the host of Flip Your Marketing Flops, the podcast, where you can listen in on the latest digital marketing and lead generation trends, tips, and secrets through conversations with marketing professionals. We are helping service businesses and entrepreneurs produce a better marketing result.